I'm going to show you guys how to make an American version of a classic carbonara. It's really simple, a couple few ingredients. Let's get started. You're going to need 3 eggs roughly, a cutting board and a towel. The towel so the cutting board doesn't slip. You're going to need your bacon, which has been pre-sliced, and olive oil, garlic, heavy whipping cream, onion, salt and pepper. And of course over here I have some beans like our pasta, which I already did for the sake of saving some time. And it's just draining and it's ready to go. So first thing we want to do, because this is going to take the longest, is add a little oil to our pan. Turn up the heat, and then add our bacon so it can start rendering out that delicious fat. While that's going, I'm going to take you guys over here to the calories. It's about 721 total calories, 45 by carbohydrates, 53 by fat, 246 by sodium, 15 by proteins, and 2 by sugars. Now I'm doing this with heavy whipping cream. You can substitute that for half and half or just not at all if you want to go completely traditional. The recipe comes from Culinary Italia, WordPress.com, and then my calculator for my calories is myfitnesspal.com/recipe calculator. Also, after your bacon's been going for a bit, throw in a whole clove of garlic just for the flavor to come get in there, and just be careful, of course, to not stir. I'm going to show you guys how to dice an onion right quick, right fast. Basically, you cut it in half and remove the outer skin. And onions make many people cry, but don't feel bad if you do cry. Everybody does. Some scraps. And you're going to slice off the tip of that root. And then an easy way to do it is tap it once more. Flip on the side. Slits, like so. And then make one top slit, one bottom slit. Keep your fingers way out of the way. That claw formation. And then thinly slice. One, and the rest will break up as you cook. Nice and simple. More quick. A bigger cutting board helps, but for the sake of price and availability, I have to use the smaller one. Be sure to stir your bacon so it all caramelizes very nicely while this comes to temp. The main difference right now is usually in Italy or wherever they would use pancetta or some fancy G word called guacamole. I couldn't find it in the store, and I'm pretty sure it's not very available. So a simple alternative would be obviously bacon. Now while this is ready, you can take your eggs and get that ready. Crack, move. One-handed or two-handed. Generally, a good idea not to mess up. Keep it safe. One other thing you need is a fork, and you take our blend of cheeses, which can be Parmesan, Romano, or Asiago even. Pretty much any Italian cheese will do. Fork, break the yolks, and then easily just twist together. And this is going to be tempered in later, and I will explain exactly how to do that whenever we rise to that level. So right now, our bacon's pretty good. We're going to add our onions, and let these start to caramelize and become translucent. This is actually my own take on the recipe. There's a couple of restaurants in town, like Freeman's and Flanagan's, that have their own versions, but it's really simple, really traditional, and delicious. So let that sweat down, and turn up our heat. Also, our audience returning from many videos and many friendships, they get free food and they enjoy it, and that's all that matters. And also for the egg mixture, I want to add a little fresh salt and a tad bit of pepper. And we'll prep our heavy whipping cream. Now, you can use half and half, like I said earlier, or just none at all. The traditional way is just throw egg yolks in, but this is an easier way to get it more accessible to people with picky palates, just because it kind of milds out the flavors a little bit. should be just about ready for it. The usual Italian way is not to let the onions go way too crazy on caramelization, but I like it a little dark, so I'm like a little more. Just a tad. It's starting to smell a bitter smell to it. That means my garlic is starting to cook out. So I'm going to remove that and put this back there. And now we should be ready for our heavy whipping cream. I use about a little bit of a half a pint, but really, anything works. It's all delicious, all good, depending on how much calories you feel like burning. And just let this come together. Just wait a second. And it should be coming along nicely. Get our pasta ready for clean fork right there. Pasta ready for putting into our pasta carbonara. I use angel hair pasta, but traditionally it's bucati, I believe, or buconi, which is a bit thicker, but I like angel hair just because it's thin and people are used to it. Just a generous portion size. Now, if you notice on the pan, you see lots of bubbles. It's reducing lovely, and it is about ready for the pasta. Add in a little more. Now, pasta's going to absorb almost all this liquid, or very much a lot of it, and that's going to be flavor, and that's going to be delicious. Let it cook for a second. All that. And now we're going to temper in our eggs. Now, the important thing is, I have 3 eggs here. You only probably need 2 for this portion, but the important thing about tempering is you have to constantly whisk. Otherwise, if you don't, then your eggs will curl or cook and you'll have scrambled eggs and pasta. Not necessarily bad, but not really good. So, lightly begin adding in. Just go around. Also, people like to drizzle a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to get that in because I find that gives it the purest flavor. Extra virgin, always nice. More egg. Whisk helps, but you gotta use a spatula because that's what we got. I can notice my eggs slightly turning brown, so we're just about done. Pull it to our plate. Too much. Back burner so it doesn't burn. Add a little fresh salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil. Stir it. Now again, this recipe is American version. Very simple, very good, but gets the job done the way you want it. By the way, right now, any questions from the audience, you guys?
We get some, right?
Yes, you get some. Okay. Right now, in fact.
We get some.
Classic Italian, done American.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm Andrew Bourgeois, and thank you for your time.